Welcome back to the Purple Political Breakdown. I'm your boy, Riddell. We're back on the channel, and of course, you already know why I'm here. I have nuanced opinions. Political solutions without political bias is the theme. So let's see what's going on. This seemed like an interesting video to react to for the channel. And shout out Playback. You know, if you don't know, I've spoken a little before, a couple of times on the Player's Choice channel where I talk sports and have some good conversations there. But Charleston White is trying to save black people. I'll be honest, I have no idea why Charleston White is so popular, but he is. Let's react.
Very controversial figure in the Twitter sphere and in the community, you know, stuff like that. He decided to sit down with Cam Newton, and there was a lot of things that was touched upon. Deion Sanders.
So this is what I'm saying. Deion coached football. I address killers. I say King Von, Nipsey, Rolling 60. And if you killed in my community, I'm gonna say you did it, nigga. You don't get to ride around here and holler no snitching. Who did that killing? I'm the nigga come out and say they shot that baby.
Rap music, type of concepts being pushed to the youth, and screaming a whole bunch of X, Y, Z, and da-da-da-da-da, man.
Everything that you're saying has some truth to it. It's just the delivery. You standing, there's no denying that you're standing for and by your people.
Well, here's the thing. When you addressing evil, you can't worry about the delivery. When you looking at the conditions of our community, you can't worry about the evil when you got kids that kill kids and say we smoking on Tuka. See, they wasn't worried about the delivery when these kids in Chicago were talking about smoking on Tuka.
Mm-hmm. I mean, is he wrong? Is he wrong though? I mean, is it okay? I'm listening. Okay, all right, Charleston.
I ain't got no manners for no slut. I'm gonna put my thumb in her butt. The delivery? I like girls kissing girls where I'm from. And that's on the radio. Girls on girls, that's promoting lesbianism to my daughter as we driving to school. This song they playing with Drake. Y'all worried about the delivery? These niggas talking about killing each other. And they really, that nigga Thug said, nigga, I shot at your mama. You don't mention me no more. He really shot that nigga mama. And y'all worried about my delivery? These niggas are confessing to murders on songs. And y'all worried about my delivery?
Yo, he's kind of spitting. Not gonna lie. He's kind of spitting. I was coming here ready to hear some BS, but he's kind of spitting. He's kind of spitting. All right.
Black sucking them talking about booty holes. Y'all worried about my delivery? And the way y'all snap and pop y'all pussy to this music, the way y'all kill and drill to this music, don't trip about my delivery. Hey, yo, Easy, why you wear your pants like that? I wear my pants like that because that's easy access, baby. Easy, why you talk like that? I talk like that to get my point across.
You know, the one thing about Charleston White that's so interesting, it's very hard to side with someone who says the most outlandish things I've ever heard in my life.
I agree.
Not just previously has he talked about the way he's treated women and a lot of other things that he has done and said, but even in this podcast here, he was talking about how, oh yeah, if I was dealing with Brittany Renner, I had to put my hands on her, I had to slap her up a little bit, I had to rough her up.
Yeah. Give me some free game. Like, how would you approach?
Because I've heard like him talk about his situation. Maybe he doesn't do this now. He should get criticized and shamed for it based off the past. If he didn't get justice, if justice didn't happen, with like he would do the R word and all these kind of things like that. So it's a weird situation. Let me hear what he says here. It's a weird situation.
A woman like Brittany.
You gotta handle her rough. You gotta be a dominant man to deal with Brittany Renner.
When you say rough, you're not talking about domestic violence, rough.
Yeah, domestic violence.
No, man, no.
Yeah, well, you asked, nigga. I'm telling you, yeah, she one of them ones you gotta kick in the ass sometime. Slap her across her head, bitch, sit down somewhere.
No.
Man, ain't being Uncle Curtis done it, and they stayed together 40, 50 years.
I think like this happens.
Sometimes, see, like I agree. He just what? We don't want to admit. It's so weird because how do you say something that sounds good 1 minute and then sounds something so stupid the next? Charleston White, I can see why he's such a notable figure because he don't make sense. He don't make sense. Okay.
So much where like somebody will be saying something where there is some truth to it. It's not entirely true. Like Trump does it a lot. Even like Andrew Tate does it. And these characters to certain sections of people are like, oh my God, like what he just said made so much sense. It doesn't have to be so binary. In this instance, like you can't categorize everything that Charleston White's done wrong as bad delivery. It's not. Some of the things he just said are just egregious. He was talking about vaping women.
Yeah.
Like he liked doing that. He did it before. Those are not things that has nothing to do with delivery.
No matter how you deliver that.
That's an admission of a crime.
Yeah.
Okay.
Agreed.
Agreed. So that doesn't have anything to do with what he's done in the past or where he's at now. He is right though that the way you get attention is through degeneracy, not just in entertainment. In general, if you're doing what's normal, it's not headline worthy. If you're doing something so absurd and degenerate, like Sexy Red knows what she's doing. She goes to a prison and she says, "Free my baby daddy." Like she knows that's gonna get clicks. She knows it's gonna be shared by certain crowds of people, and that's probably still gonna amplify the music. And she knows if she keeps.
I don't get the hype behind Sexy Red. Now, I did watch the video because I was curious. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Did watch the video. I just don't get the Sexy Red hype. I'll be honest, I don't get it. I don't understand it. I just don't.
Pushing the boundaries, she will continue to grow as an artist. And at the end of the day, that's her strategy. But the reality is there's actual artists that won't see that level of success because they're not willing to push that boundary. So we have now incentivized people to want to be more degenerate. That's facts. That's just the way it is, bro.
That's a fact. I agree.
Content. Just look at, we reacted to some of the stuff with like the shit that Neon was doing. It's just like in life, but you see it manifest in so many ways. Degeneracy is what sells. Mm-hmm. And it's becoming more and more American, I feel like, by the day, and maybe the world is just trending in that direction, but the desire for attention that social media is now giving people can only be, like, it's become a game. And TikTok kind of got a lot of people hooked to it because back when you needed to learn how to edit to make YouTube videos, not many people was making YouTube videos, but now you can just record off your phone and post a TikTok and get 10,000 views. People have become hooked on the process of getting attention. Now, there are some people
also
that
agree.
do or say wild shit, generate attention, pivot to a good cause. Then in that case, you might be able to argue like it's a good thing, it's a bad thing. It depends on the scenario.
Do you feel like that's applicable to him? Because like he said before,
No.
Once more, the things that he says, some of these things are just egregious. Doesn't matter how you deliver it, how you say it. Doesn't matter the format you say it in, the fashion of what you say it. No matter if you whisper it, yell it, it doesn't matter. There's things that he says that are just egregiously bad. Again, not only in this podcast, but in previous interviews, et cetera, et cetera. He highlighted something very important during that stretch where he was like, yo, I was doing this before. I was attempting to change laws and legislation. And in this podcast, he even went back in his background and stuff like that. It's a very interesting background.
Because when I wasn't talking like that, wearing a bow tie, y'all wasn't paying me no attention. And I was going to the Supreme Court changing laws and legislations in this country. I was working with over 50 U.S. congressional members, from Ted Cruz to Mark Rubio, Senator John Cornyn. I was on the front page of the American Bar Association Journal. I had done a study with News 21, Walter Cronkite School of Journalism. Y'all wasn't paying attention then. So, nigga, I gave y'all what y'all want. A ignorant motherfucking nigga that talk like them rappers. Now y'all listening.
Fuck. Jesus, I did not expect that much. Like, I don't agree with giving up to adhere to the masses. I don't agree with that. But I understand it, which is surprising in this situation. Surprising. Because he's not wrong necessarily in terms of what people want attention, garner attention from.
We fucked up as a race of people since y'all so caught up into my delivery. 5% of children now are catching HIV from ages 13 to 21. What y'all worried about? 85% of the new chlamydia, all the new cases are teenagers. What y'all so caught up about? Nigga, only 35% of most kids in inner cities can read on or above their grade level. What the fuck are y'all talking about and these kids can't read? So if we gonna be real, let's be real.
Talked about, hey, I was attempting to try to change and have an impact, but y'all just didn't care. Y'all didn't hear me. Y'all didn't want to hear me. But I was trying to do positive things. But now all of a sudden, the same delivery that you all are now criticizing me for is the only reason why I'm here right now and y'all listening to me. That's essentially what he's saying. And he has a point. He has a very much so point. And like you said, bro, degeneracy is unfortunately what gravitates a lot of people to listen.
Yeah, degeneracy, doing a lot of things for like clickbait reasons, doing outrageous activities, trying to be controversial. You know, that's what kind of like why content such as mine is not like the most appealing to the masses, right? Even though what I'm saying, I stand by, is correct, at the very least for the political solutions that we're creating, not necessarily the opinions that I have in every issue, but the solutions that are being implemented or being created on the podcast. The reason why, or in part due to my content not reaching as much people is because it's not controversial. It's not crazy. There's not some crazy situation, crazy drama that's constantly going on revolving around my content. One of my biggest viewed videos recently is when I was criticizing calling Vivek a liar, and I stand by that. And when I did that, that video got a lot of views from people who hated me and supported Vivek. The controversy. But when I put out every time Vivek lies, like the actual substantial proof, nobody wants to hear it because they can't retort what I'm saying. They can't keep on pushing the content out there. So that's just what it is. At that point, it really depends on what is the best course in each situation. Because I can keep on doing what I'm doing and get nowhere versus what Charleston White did. And he's on Cam Newton's podcast. He's on Brittany Renner's podcast. Like, very interesting conversation. Not gonna lie.
Listening to certain voices throughout the community, and I think that's crazy. I do think that is crazy. I do think that he has a point in what he is saying, and which is y'all are concerned about my delivery, but even when I was doing it the other way, y'all didn't care. A and B. There's so many other things in our community that we should be concerned with. The fact that you all are so hyper focused on the delivery is crazy to me. Now, to that. It may be true, but I definitely believe in the concept of right message, wrong messenger, though. I do believe that. And I do believe if you are going to talk about the message that you are trying to perpetuate and push forward, I definitely don't believe that you should still be saying in one breath, he's saying this in one breath, but in another breath talking about how he's going to put his hands on women. Like, I don't like, what are we doing right now?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
You literally negate things that you are trying to stand on. You negate things that you're trying to talk about.
All good relationships, somebody got to take an ass kicking somewhere in the relationship. That's the only way y'all gonna stay together.
Right, we're gonna cut that out.
Man, man, ask that. Man, everybody got whoop. Man, you can't tell nigga he can't whoop his hoe and she getting out of line. She the kind of hoe you got to
So
whoop.
the woman that you was with, you put your hands on your woman?
I will if she take me down.
No. Have you ever put your hands on your ex-wife?
No.
Okay, thank you. So all that shit that you talking is
I done slapped the shit out my baby mama.
Huh?
Yeah, I done slapped the shit out my baby mama. Driving, bitch. Yeah.
So again, in one,
it's just outrageous. This guy's an outrageous character, bro.
You talk about, bro, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, bro? You're not feeling that positivity? That's why when y'all be on Twitter and y'all be like, oh, he ain't lying, though. He ain't lying. It's like, but if you, no, fair enough. In that one segment, he wasn't.
He's such an outrageous character. And I agree with what they're saying in terms of, like, a raw messenger. It does negate something. Like, he's saying some truthful things, I'll be honest. But then he says some crazy thing. It's ridiculous. But that's all we got for today. Make sure you guys check out Playback. Excellent channel, of course. Shout out them. If you guys enjoyed, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys check out the website, www.purplepoliticalbreakdown.com, to not miss a podcast episode. Have a good one. Take care and peace.